Alright, I was looking at these incinerators on, well, they sell them on eBay, Amazon, a couple other Zillow, and a few other sites. They're only 20 gallons. And there's just vents on them. And they're costing anywhere from $55 to over $100. And I thought, I want something with, a little more power and a little more volume. So I decided to build my own. So here we're going to show you how we build our own. Okay? So I picked up a 35-gallon trash can. So almost twice the volume. Picked this up for just a little over $20. I also picked up a ring gutter elbow and a piece of flex tube. And those were like $2 and something for the elbow, and I think the flex tube was $8. Okay, so far we're up to, let's see, 10, 30, a little over $30. Okay. Now out of my scrap pile, I picked this off of an old chicken feeder. So this is a freebie, and I'm going to be using that as my chimney. And then right here we got some old grates out of a, rusted grates out of a smoker. Now these are important because we don't want anything blowing out the top. So we'll use this inside to block the anything from blowing out. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. And I'm going to go get a hole saw and drill this out to put the elbow into the bottom. Alright, so first what we're going to do is we're going to drill a 3-inch hole in the bottom. Now to do that, I've got a 3-inch hole bit. Alright, so let me drill a hole in the bottom. Nothing has to be perfect here, it's just for burning stuff. So let me get that and I'll get right back to you. Okay, we have drilled the 3-inch hole in the bottom. Don't throw that piece away because we're going to use that later for another portion. Okay, so now I'm going to fit the drain pipe elbow in, the gutter drain, and we'll get back after that. Okay. Alright, we fit it through the side of a 3-inch hole, and here I'll show you the inside. Now on the inside, once we came in, we did a 90. We want to create a vortex inside. So this thing will be like supercharged, turbocharged, whatever. It should burn up your waste pretty quick. It should create a lot of heat too, so be careful. Alright, now what I'm going to do is turn this over and I'm going to run some screws through the bottom into that pipe so that it doesn't move. Now here's what I'm going to use. These are self-tapping metal screws. Okay. Just got a little drill bit on them. Okay. So what we're going to do is just drill them through right into it and attach the two pieces of metal together. Alright. Okay, that's all it took was 2 screws. One there and one there. Okay. Kind of hard to see, but now that drain pipe is attached inside and it won't move. Okay. Now we're going to drill a hole for you to be able to light it from the outside. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to put a 1-inch hole over about a third of the way around the can from the other, for you to be able to light it with a torch or match, whatever. Okay, I'm going to be using a 1-inch hole saw, so it shouldn't take but a minute. Alright, so there we have the 1-inch hole, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the piece I cut out from the other to make a little flap so that when after you light it you can close it back up. Alright. Alright. So what we did was we took the scrap piece and we just screwed it on there so that we can move it up, move it back. Just to kind of protect you a little, okay? Help keep flames from going out. So now let's move to the top, okay? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a chimney on the top. So I've got this chicken feeder, and what I'm going to do is put this on here, and I'm going to mark it with a Sharpie, and then I can cut it out. 1 second. Alright, not like I exactly needed a Sharpie for that, but your can lid may be different, okay? So let me cut this out. I'm going to use, put a hole in and use a jigsaw to cut that out. But you could use side grinder or whatever you have available to you. Okay. Alright, so we cut the hole in top. Nothing pretty, but it's functional. Now before we put the chimney on, what I'm going to do is put the grates in. Now how I'm going to do that is just sink some screws through the top and go through the grates, which I will have crisscrossed underneath, okay? And I'm just going to go through that and hit some metal there that I'm going to put underneath. So I'm going to use like 3 or 4 screws just to hold that up, and that's just to break up any trash that might blow out, okay? So let me do that first. Alright, for right now I just ran some screws through, but I'll get some bolts later. Alright, but to be on the safe side, what I'll do is clip the pointy part off on the other side so that it doesn't hurt anybody. Okay? Alright, I've clipped the points off with a set of dikes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to secure the chimney. Alright? So what I'm going to do is just screw that in. I've got self-tapping screws, and I'll just screw it right into the lid. And because of the screen underneath, there's no chance of anybody getting near it. Alright, so let me get this done. Alright, we got the lid screwed, the chimney screwed on. Now looking down inside, you can see the grating and everything. So now the only thing that's left is to put the flex hose on. Okay, put the flex hose on. Now I ran a screw in on each side just to keep it from slipping off. Now let's load this sucker up and see what it can do. Alright. Alright. We have put some yard waste into the can. I have got my MAP gas to start it with. So I'm going to start it, close the flap, and then fire up my leaf blower. Alright. Alright, it's a little loud with the leaf blower going, but this is less than 30 seconds after firing it up. Now let's see how long it takes to actually burn this up. Alright. But as you can see, it's a nice flame coming up out of there. Right now you can see the galvanizing burning off. I expected that. So let's give it a little bit and we'll check back. Alright. So 10 minutes later, the can is empty. I would say it's a success. It has just thoroughly burnt up all that in less than 10 minutes time. I'm very happy with it, and we'll try it out on some other stuffs. Now, just to let y'all know, if you're burning We just had a rain, so I'm not too worried about anything catching fire right now, but I got a water hose standing by just in case. The wood I threw in was stuff laying out in the yard, so it was a little wet too. And you saw how quick it caught up and burned. But yes, I am thoroughly in favor of this. And wow, man, I love it. Just burn the stuff up. Now, I didn't even use one battery. The same battery I used to make this, I put it on my leaf blower, and that's what I burned it down with. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.